Play 3. Refund by Fritz Karinthy. Characters: the principal, the servant, Wasserkopf, the mathematics master, the physics master, the staff, the geography master, the history master. Summary: the one-act play, Refund, revolves around the absurd and humorous situation of Wasserkopf, a 40-year-old man who demands a refund of his tuition fees from the school where he studied. Claiming he learned nothing useful, Wasserkopf believes this idea will benefit him, given his joblessness and financial struggles. However, the school is shocked by his request and calls for an urgent staff meeting to tackle the situation. The teachers devise a plan to outsmart Wasserkopf, as they suspect he intends to fail the exam and claim the refund. They decide to prove all his answers right, regardless of how bizarre they may be. Each teacher takes turns asking questions, and Wasserkopf responds with absurd answers. Despite his answers being clearly wrong, the teachers employ creative interpretations and even invoke famous scientific theories to validate them. For instance, when asked about the duration of the 30 Years' War, Wasserkopf responds with 7 meters, and the mathematics master humorously attributes this to Einstein's theory of relativity. As the examination progresses, Wasserkopf insults the teachers, calling them names like numbskull and ass. However, the teachers maintain their composure, focusing on proving him an excellent student. The mathematics master cunningly presents Wasserkopf with one easy and one difficult question. Wasserkopf's response to the easy question is incorrect, and the teacher appears angry, stating that he has failed the examination and deserves a refund. Wasserkopf falls into the trap, revealing the exact amount of tuition fees he paid. The final twist occurs when the teachers reveal that Wasserkopf has passed with distinction in every subject, successfully turning the tables on him. The principal proudly declares that Wasserkopf is entitled to the graduation certificate they previously awarded him. As the play concludes, the school's servant seizes Wasserkopf, rushing him away, while the teachers handle the situation with wit and wisdom. Refund masterfully blends humor, irony, and absurdity to create a delightful comedic experience. The play satirizes the education system and human folly while showcasing the teacher's resourcefulness in dealing with an unusual predicament. Through clever twists and hilarious exchanges, the play leaves the audience amused and reflective about the quirky nature of human interactions and the unexpected ways life unfolds. Understanding the text. Answer the following questions. A. Why does Wasserkopf demand a refund of his tuition fees from the school? Wasserkopf's plight in Refund is one of frustration and desperation. At 40 years old, he finds himself jobless and unable to secure suitable employment. He perceives his lack of success as a direct consequence of his education, feeling like a failure due to his schooling. Wasserkopf's numerous job rejections reinforce his belief that he hasn't gained any valuable skills from his time in school. This sense of worthlessness propels him to demand a refund of his tuition fees from the school, seeing it as a way to regain some financial stability. His old classmate, Ledra, supports this idea, adding to Wasserkopf's conviction that the education system has failed him and left him unfit for any meaningful job. The play humorously delves into the absurdity of his demand and how it leads to unexpected consequences. Wasserkopf's struggle highlights the broader issue of unemployment and the frustration faced by those who feel ill-equipped to navigate the job market, ultimately making Refund a satirical exploration of the complexities of education, employment, and human nature. B. Why does Wasserkopf consider himself good for nothing? Wasserkopf's deep sense of inadequacy and self-doubt is evident in his repeated failures to secure employment. The constant rejection he faces in his job search has left him feeling utterly defeated and bankrupt, not only financially but also emotionally. These failures have created a pervasive belief within him that he is worthless and devoid of any useful skills or qualities. This negative self-perception reinforces his self-identity as someone who is good for nothing, further exacerbating his feelings of uselessness. Wasserkopf's portrayal in the play, Refund, highlights the emotional toll that long-term unemployment and rejection can have on an individual, shedding light on the human struggle to find purpose and meaning in the face of setbacks and challenges. C. What did the teachers decide to do when Wasserkopf asked for a refund? In a comical turn of events in the play Refund, the teachers decide to honor Wasserkopf's request for a re-examination and conspire to pass him in all subjects, despite the absurdity of his answers. Realizing that Wasserkopf intends to fail the exam and claim a refund of his tuition fees, the teachers band together and form a united front during his examination. They collaborate to outsmart Wasserkopf and prove all his answers right, regardless of their accuracy. This decision showcases the teachers' ingenuity and their willingness to play along with Wasserkopf's antics to maintain the reputation of the school. Their camaraderie and joint effort to assist one another during the examination create a humorous and light-hearted atmosphere. The teachers' collective decision to support Wasserkopf's absurd claims adds a layer of irony to the play, reflecting the lengths to which they are willing to go to preserve the school's image while humorously handling the situation. D. Why did Wasserkopf give ridiculous answers? Why did the teachers accept these answers? In Refund, Wasserkopf deliberately provided absurd and incorrect answers during the examination to ensure he failed, and could claim a refund of his tuition fees. His motive was to escape the burden of his education costs since he considered himself unfit for any meaningful job, and had faced multiple rejections in his job search. In a humorous twist, the teachers, aware of his intention, chose to accept and validate Wasserkopf's ridiculous answers. They were determined to pass him in all subjects to maintain the school's reputation, and avoid the embarrassment of having a former student demand a refund. Their decision to support Wasserkopf's far-fetched claims adds a touch of irony, showcasing their cleverness in navigating the situation while preserving the school's image. The play humorously explores the lengths to which individuals may go to protect their interests and reputation, ultimately creating a delightful and amusing narrative. E. How does the mathematics master describe Wasserkopf's character? In Refund, Wasserkopf is depicted as a sly and crafty individual with a cunning plan to deliberately fail his examination and demand a refund of his tuition fee. The mathematics master describes him as a bad-tempered man with a disagreeable speaking style, which only adds to the irritation he causes among the teachers. Wasserkopf's unique personality and demeanor further contribute to the comedic element of the play, as he freely uses abusive language to express his frustration and disdain towards the teachers. His clever manipulation and bold approach to demanding a refund challenge the authority of the school, leading to an entertaining clash of wits between him and the teachers. Wasserkopf's character brings a touch of mischief and unpredictability to the story, creating an engaging and humorous narrative that explores the absurdity of human behavior and the complexities of human interactions. F. How did the teachers outwit Wasserkopf? In the play Refund, the teacher's cleverness and quick thinking outwit Wasserkopf's attempts to fail his oral exam. Wasserkopf provided absurd and incorrect answers in the hope of getting a refund for his tuition fees. However, the teachers, knowing his intentions, chose to validate his answers for various comical reasons, leaving Wasserkopf surprised and confused to find his answers accepted as correct. Despite his efforts, Wasserkopf's plan backfires, and he ends up passing in every subject. His request for a refund is denied, as the teachers successfully maintain the school's reputation and protect it from embarrassment. In the end, Wasserkopf's antics lead to his expulsion from school, showcasing the consequences of his misguided actions. The play humorously explores the clash between Wasserkopf's cunning plan and the teacher's wit, resulting in an amusing and entertaining narrative. G. What is the final judgment on Wasserkopf's demand of refund? In the play Refund, the final judgment on Wasserkopf's refund demand is a rejection of his request. The outcome is a victory for the teachers, as they successfully outwit Wasserkopf by accepting his absurd answers as correct. All teachers, except one, come to a unanimous agreement to support Wasserkopf's answers in order to maintain the school's reputation, and avoid refunding his tuition fees. In a humorous turn of events, the school's principal declares Wasserkopf to have passed with distinction in all subjects, presenting him with a graduation certificate and congratulations on his supposed academic achievement. The play concludes with Wasserkopf's expulsion from the school, showcasing the comedic consequences of his failed plan and the teacher's cleverness in handling the situation. The final judgment highlights the absurdity and irony that permeate the play, leaving the audience amused and entertained by the teacher's unconventional approach to preserve their school's reputation. Reference to the context. A. Read the extract from the play given below and answer the questions that follow. It's possible I've changed. What the hell? Your class records will show I've got a right to come here. Who is the speaker? Who is he speaking to? Wasserkopf is the speaker. He's speaking to the principal of his former school. 2. Why is the speaker say these words? The speaker says these words because he is dissatisfied with his educational records from his previous school, which he obtained 18 years ago. 3. Where is the speaker at this moment? The speaker is in the principal's office at this moment. B. Read the extract dialogue given below and answer the questions that follow. The staff, bowing heartily, how do you do? Wasserkopf, who the hell are you? Sit down, you loafers. He grins, waiting to be thrown out. The principal, how dare you? What is to be the response to, how do you do? The typical response to the greeting, how do you do? Is to say, how do you do? Back. This is a formal and polite way to acknowledge the greeting and show courtesy to the person who initiated the conversation. 2. Is Wasserkopf's response polite enough to the staff? No, Wasserkopf's response to the staff isn't polite enough. He uses derogatory language against them. 3. How does Wasserkopf rebuke the staff? Wasserkopf rebukes the staff, calling them loafers and asking, who the hell are you? 4. What does the principal mean by, how dare you dash? The principal is referring to Wasserkopf's dare to make abusive remarks about masters when he says, how dare you? C. Explain the following line of the play. Because I didn't get my money's worth, that's why. In the play Refund, Wasserkopf, the main character, uses the line, how do you do? As a way to introduce himself and explain his purpose for demanding a refund of his tuition fees from the school's principal. He expresses his frustration and disappointment with his education, claiming that he has not received any value or benefit from it in his life. Wasserkopf's numerous job rejections further reinforce his belief that he is worthless and unfit for any meaningful employment. This self-perception drives him to seek a refund, seeing it as a way to reclaim some financial stability, and possibly find solace in the idea that his education had not been entirely in vain. The line captures Wasserkopf's sense of disillusionment and dissatisfaction with his life and sets the stage for the comedic and absurd events that unfold in the play. D. What is the theme of the play? The theme of the play, Refund, is centered around absurdity and humor. It satirizes human behavior and societal norms, particularly in the context of education and employment. Wasserkopf's demand for a refund of his tuition fees highlights his frustration and dissatisfaction with his life, leading to comical attempts to fail his exam. The teacher's clever response, passing him with absurd justifications, adds to the theme of irony. The play delves into the complexities of human interactions and the unexpected consequences of misguided actions, presenting a light-hearted commentary on the quirks and absurdities of life. Ultimately, Refund uses humor and wit to entertain while offering a satirical exploration of human nature and the pursuit of purpose and meaning. E. Sketch the character of Wasserkopf. In Refund, Wasserkopf is portrayed as a 40-year-old man filled with greed and bitterness. His background from Hungary adds to his sense of dissatisfaction and frustration with life. Wasserkopf's bad manners and rude behavior have led to his dismissal from multiple jobs, emphasizing his lack of respect for authority and social norms. His self-perception as someone good for nothing fuels his audacious demand for a refund of his tuition fees. His interactions with the principal and teachers are characterized by immorality and disrespect, using derogatory terms like loafers, numbskull, cannibal, whist balloon, and old stick in the mud. Wasserkopf's abrasive and confrontational attitude contributes to the comedic element of the play, highlighting the absurdity of his behavior and interactions with others. his characterization reflects the complexities of human nature, showcasing the clash between societal expectations and individual attitudes. The play humorously explores the consequences of Wasakop's unconventional approach to life, leaving the audience entertained by the satirical portrayal of his character. Reference beyond the text. A. The play is a satire on the present-day education system. Do you think that our education system does not prepare students for life? Discuss. As an AI language model, I don't have personal opinions, but I can provide insights on the topic. The notion that the education system might not adequately prepare students for life is a common subject of debate and criticism in many societies. Some argue that modern education focuses too much on standardized testing and academic performance, neglecting to teach practical life skills and real-world application of knowledge. This could leave students ill-equipped to handle challenges and situations they may encounter in their personal and professional lives. Moreover, there are concerns that the education system might not adequately address essential skills such as critical thinking, problem-solving, communication, emotional intelligence, and financial literacy, which are crucial for navigating the complexities of adulthood. Additionally, the rapidly changing job market and the increasing demand for skills beyond traditional academic knowledge have raised questions about the relevance of the education system in preparing students for the workforce. However, it's important to note that the education system is diverse and varies from country to country, and even within regions. Many educators and institutions are actively working to reform the education system to better align with the needs of the 21st century. Efforts to incorporate practical life skills, vocational training, and experiential learning are becoming more prevalent. While there may be shortcomings in some aspects of the education system, it is also essential to recognize that education has made significant contributions to the development and progress of societies. It equips individuals with a broad range of knowledge and the ability to think critically, fostering intellectual growth and personal development. Ultimately, the ongoing debate surrounding the education system highlights the importance of continuous improvement and adaptation to meet the changing needs of students and society. A comprehensive and well-rounded education should aim to strike a balance between academic knowledge and practical life skills, to prepare students for the challenges and opportunities they will face in their lives. B. Our education system focuses on memorization rather than creative thinking. Do you think the knowledge imparted by education may not have practical relevance in one's day-to-day life? Who do you blame for this? The claim that education systems often prioritize memorization over creative thinking is a common criticism, and there is some truth to it. Traditional education systems have, at times, relied heavily on rote memorization and standardized testing, which may not foster critical and creative thinking skills in students. This approach might lead to a disconnect between the knowledge imparted in education and its practical relevance in day-to-day life. The blame for this issue can be shared among various stakeholders. A. Educational institutions. Some argue that schools and universities, driven by the pressure of standardized testing and academic performance metrics, may prioritize memorization and regurgitation of information over fostering critical thinking and problem-solving skills. B. Teachers. Teachers play a crucial role in shaping students' learning experiences. If they focus solely on delivering content without encouraging questioning, exploration, and creative expression, students may not develop the ability to apply their knowledge practically. C. Curriculum design. The content and structure of the curriculum can significantly impact how knowledge is imparted. If the curriculum lacks real-world applications and fails to connect theoretical knowledge to practical situations, students may struggle to see the relevance of their education in their daily lives. D. Parental and societal expectations. Societal pressure to achieve high grades and conform to traditional notions of success can also contribute to a focus on memorization. Students may feel compelled to prioritize memorization to excel academically, sometimes at the expense of developing creative thinking skills. Addressing this issue requires a collective effort to reform educational practices and prioritize critical and creative thinking. Incorporating problem-based learning, project-based assessments, and experiential learning opportunities can help bridge the gap between theoretical knowledge and its practical application. Educational institutions, teachers, policymakers, and society as a whole must collaborate to ensure that education equips students with relevant knowledge, and the ability to think critically and creatively. By nurturing these skills, education can better prepare individuals to face the challenges and complexities of modern life effectively. See, most of the students want to learn just for examination rather than knowledge. Do you think that certificate will help them in their future career? Many students prioritize learning solely for examinations rather than seeking genuine knowledge. The pressure to perform well in exams and attain high grades often drives them to focus on memorization and short-term preparation. The desire to pass exams and obtain certificates may overshadow the deeper understanding and critical thinking necessary for true learning. As a result, students may resort to rote learning and quick-fix strategies, missing out on the opportunity to develop a deep and meaningful grasp of the subjects they study. This exam-oriented approach may hinder their ability to apply knowledge effectively in real-world situations. Students focus on obtaining certificates and passing exams may lead them astray from acquiring genuine knowledge and skills. The current approach to education emphasizes short-term exam preparation, often neglecting the development of critical thinking and deep understanding. Indeed, in many educational systems, there can be a significant emphasis on exam-oriented learning. Students may resort to memorization and rote learning to achieve higher grades, without necessarily grasping the underlying concepts and real-world applications of the subjects they study. This quick-fix approach to passing exams may result in a lack of authentic knowledge and critical thinking skills that are essential for future success. Certificates and qualifications may serve as a valuable credential in certain career paths and open doors for opportunities. However, the opinion questions whether the pursuit of certificates at the expense of true knowledge and talent is the right approach. In some cases, students may prioritize obtaining certificates through questionable means, such as cheating or plagiarism, rather than through genuine learning and effort. To address this issue, there is a need for educational reforms that shift the focus from exam-centric learning to a more holistic approach. Emphasizing project-based learning, critical thinking, problem-solving, and practical applications of knowledge can help students develop a deeper understanding of the subjects they study. Encouraging a growth mindset, where mistakes and failures are seen as opportunities for learning, can also foster a love for learning and a pursuit of genuine knowledge. Additionally, educators and policymakers should consider alternative forms of assessment that go beyond traditional exams. Performance assessments, portfolio evaluations, and real-world projects can provide a more comprehensive understanding of a student's abilities and potential. Ultimately, a balanced approach that values both certificates and genuine knowledge is essential for students' future success. By fostering a passion for learning and nurturing critical thinking skills, students can be better prepared to tackle real-world challenges and excel in their chosen fields, making the most of their education and certificates. Best of luck!